Welcome back to Salty Cur Plays Lord of the Rings Online. I've had no end of trouble. You'll notice this is not where we left off. We left off down in Kelodim, but my previous recordings did not record any of the audio. So here we are. We haven't accomplished too much since the last video. So basically we went to our bank and got some gear to wear that would make us look a little more stylish in the world that I had stored in my wardrobe. I'll show you how to do that a little bit later. Furthermore, I have purchased this Stone of the Tortoise, which disables XP, so as we're going through the world, our XP will not generate us past the quest levels that we're trying to accomplish and making them even more trivial than they are, especially at the beginning. As I was testing, I did end up dying, so I will not be able to get the title Cursalian the Undying, which is quite irritating because I was trying to get that. We also picked up a skill. This is focus. This allows us before combat to establish a full focus meter. So we're able to use our pinning shot pretty early and also use our penetrating shot early on in our rotations. So we did pick up a couple more quests here that we're going to be accomplishing just right over our shoulder here. So without further ado, let's start heading in and get some recording done here. Okay. So as I said, we can do that. I can step forward a little bit and you know, if we have a pretty full focus meter, it'll save a little time for us. Okay, we just need to go down here and accomplish some, well, basically doing some goblin murders. We'll root him there. The only good goblin is a dead goblin. Okay, so we've accomplished that. I'm also working on my rotation a bit here. When I leveled up the first time with my hunter, pinning shot was not an aspect of the game, so I never had it in my rotation. But I'm starting to see why it is useful. So basically, I can start by putting on a bleed on barbed arrow. Then I can pin him and keep him from attacking closer, and just basically annihilate him from there. So, it does require focus though. I'm not going to be able to do it on this guy, he's getting too close. Furthermore, the recording issues I was having, I've gotten squared away. Now I can lower the volume of the game if the balance isn't, if the volume's overpowering. I noticed in my first few videos the volume in a few places becomes somewhat overpowering. So this will allow me to lower the volume when it's necessary. Collecting the wine flasks from these guys. We're basically looking for a dwarf who got lost. So the rotation, barbed, pinning, hit him with a penetrating shot. That's our big skill. And let's come down here and I guess we are picking grapes from the vineyard. It is good to be recording again as opposed to testing. Testing is drag, trying to figure out all the various dynamics of OBS and LOTRO working together, getting them to communicate together. LOTRO is notorious for not playing well with others, so to speak, but I've got it squared away, I think, so we shouldn't be having any more trouble. The Defiler has its eyes on me. Still. Of course, we want to make sure that we have, you know, pretty much killed them before they get to us. Otherwise, that is not success for a hunter. These serious wounds aren't all that serious, as you all can tell. Kill this guy. Okay. More vines. What do we need? We need 4 more. And see, we're having a light snow today here in Middle Earth. We'll ultimately get kind of crowd control-y with pinning shot when we draw more than one. I don't think this is going to pull both through him. It doesn't really matter anyway because he's a range class, essentially. I guess we should have pinned him. Okay, last of our grapes. Okay. Oh, this guy spawned pretty quick. So we can pin him, back up. He rooted me. It's quite a root. Oh, no time for this guy to hit us. I like that they've, at least right now, I like that they've increased or decreased the spawn rate so that they spawn quicker. A little more challenge here at the beginning of the game. Let me get my frame rates on because I like to know. So this is my frames per second. Okay. He did. Still got my run speed buff on. I think we creep over this side, we'll be okay. Yeah, so lots of issues with the OBS. Spent all day trying to get that squared away. Let's see if we can sneak past this guy. Lots of trial and error settings, tweaks, both in the game and out of the game.
Hail, friend.
Alright, so we get some new pants. That's quite an upgrade on pants, so we'll finish that. Throw those on. Cleaning the field. Got some gloves. Upgrade on the gloves.
You may be of service to me.
Oh, I may be of service to her. Okay, that's back at Brigadir. So we will accept
You may
that
be
quest.
of service to me.
These are recipes for crafting. We're not doing any crafting on this guy. Got a bunch of crafters throughout the game. We got some points, LOTRO points. We completed a deed apparently. It'll tell us here on this one. You can set rewards here so you can see what the rewards are for various deeds, and then if you tick completed, we have completed some quests, so now we should have 2,000 virtue and experience, so let's check that out. So you see here we have gained, we were at 0, and now we are at 2. Now we can slot this virtue So we'll put that one there. We have 2 slots, as you see here. So early on, we're going to slot that one. And let's see, Valor's always good for killing stuff quick. Eventually we won't be using Valor, but let's flip over and start earning for that one, so then we can slot that one as well. And then we'll kind of see how this works as we work our way up the game here. We can get up to 4. I wonder if I should keep this one on. This whole virtue system is relatively new, so it's fairly new to me as well. So let's see. We'll earn this so we can at least trait 2 virtues. This one opens up at what level here? This opens up at 11, so we're at 9 currently. Okay, the deed we completed is the one we just looked at. Okay. Alright, so we're back in to find Pemprush. I guess we should have completed that one when we were in there. I thought there would be more quests to hit. Hi. Oh, you died. Sneak past this guy. Needful haste. That will eventually increase in terms of our inductions on our bow induction skills. Alright, I think Pemprum is kind of way back in here. I go over there. Oh, there's our little cur in the house. You heard in the background there. Lots of defilers. Here's a little guy hiding. Got fast draw tier 3, so might as well just unload on him. Boom, boom. Barbed. Pinning. He's pinned. Oh, the pin didn't take. So let's kill him first. Completed Goblin Slayer. Nice. These are spawning pretty quick here, but oops, wrong one. But let's just check out the deed, what it gives us here. Goblin Slayer Advanced gives us virtue. Does this one give us anything? No, but this one will give us virtues. Let's see, we need to kill 59 more to be earning for that. Might do that off. We got another thing here. Some new mail. Message of thanks. You gave me some wine. That was nice. Got some more LOTRO points for the goblins. Got a new deed. We checked out already. We got a title. Guardian of Ered Luin. Might as well activate that. Why not? That's where we are right now, running around, even though we're not a guardian, we're a hunter, but that's okay. Alright, back to work. Hate, crush, hate. Let's get this guy pinned first. You have quite a range of attack, so it's like by the time you back up from the pinning shot, it's not like it's meant to be more of a range attack. Let's see, so that he can't reach you. Alright, I think the Pamfresh guy is up here, if I remember. There's a chest. I'm not seeing him anywhere up here. Where the heck is he? Check our ring. Did I kill him? I must have killed him and did not know it. I killed him and didn't know it. Well, okay. Well, we might as well kill these guys since we got to get rid of some goblins anyway for our deed. Oh, got a little healer guy back there. On 4 heals. That green ring, induction ring under there, that indicates that he's healing. A red induction ring indicates they are preparing an attack skill. Another defiler. Evaded my bleed, huh? Okay. Grab the loots from the chest. What do we get? Broken daggers we can sell. Scraps of text. Those are scholar items for the scholar crafting ability. Okay, now let's see. We can just head back to home here, I think. So let's get rid of this guy real fast. And then we can use our map skill, which is set back in Keladine. Here we are. There's Pamprush again. I think we killed him already. Whoop! If you get pulled into combat before you have ported out, the port will cancel.
Grey is the shadow upon my heart.
What is this? Pamprush said that my son still lives? Avorthal was not slain? My heart wants to believe, but believe the words of a goblin? Still, I cannot fathom why he would tell you this if it were not so. But if Avorthal is alive, then his capture does not bode well. I fear he will not live long while imprisoned by those outcast dwarves. They are no better than goblins. Yeah, so we've been looking for this Avorthal elf. What did I say, dwarf before? No, I think he's an elf. Fate is for crit. Might is for melee for classes that are primarily melee. So we will select the Fate earring because that will make our crits hit harder. Oh, I have a couple of earrings here. This is for level 10. This one is for our level. So we've got no earrings traded yet, but now we do. Talk to Doran Gur, Whitethorn. You have done so much for me already, Cresalian, but there is still much to be done. If my son is to be restored, we have not had dealings with the dwarves for a long time. Those are not pleasant memories. You were at Edhalion, I believe. You remember Skorgrim's final attack on the old refuge? Yes, we remember that. Dwarves are scheming and self-serving, not to be trusted. We must gather our strength to lay siege to the dwarves of Ered Luin and rescue Avorthal from their clutches. But only Doran Gur Whitethorn, the master of Dweland, has the authority to muster such a force. Bring him the news of my son, that he is alive, but a prisoner. We must strike at the dwarves before it is too late. Speak with Toron at the stable before you go. He will hasten you upon your journey. Okay. I think he's just going to tell me that I can use the horse in the stable there. So we're going to open that up. That gives us that we'll be able to sell. I don't even know what this does. Maybe it will intoxicate us. Let's find out. I'm quite merry. How about that for 5 minutes? I'm a merry elf. Alright, so continuing on, there's Toron. He will take us here, I think. Oh, we forgot to turn in the wine cask. He was up above, I believe. Up here. Here's our horsey. He was up above in the crafting area, I believe. So here we go. Trying to go to the crafting area. Is this the way? I believe you hear curs in the background. Or my bow-wowsers. apologies if you are put off by that. It's been years since I've been in Kelodim, so this is, there we go. This is, here we were.
Sweelide Melan.
Alright, finish.
Sweelide Melan.
Bring the
Will
bottle of
you
wine to
stay a moment?
Donnegal. Get a cloak that we will not use because still our out of combat run speed is on this cloak. So yeah, I don't know where he is. Gift for a friend. He is in Tweeland. Okay, so that's where we're going anyway. So away we go. Don't want to run over a ledge. Come back down to the main road. Talk to our guy at the stable here. He's going to just tell us about how stables work, probably.
Will you lend me your ear?
Leaving Middle-earth. Long have my brother and I dwelt upon these shores, and much have we seen in that time. Now the time has come for us to leave this place and sail into the west. My brother, however, does not see clearly and wishes to remain here. We've always dwelt together, and I could not consider a day in my life without his company and counsel. He is the cord which binds me to this Middle-earth. While he is of a mind to remain, I am forced to wait for him. If you would, go to Dwelon and see if you can convince Bregar to join me here at Kelodim. This time we begin our journey. The refuge is north along the road. Here's another fellow traveler. Oh, there is one of the curs. Okay. So, let us...
What can I do for you?
Take our little horse, just to show how the stables work. Many have swift travel options. Going from Kelodim to Dwelon does not. Dwelon is just right up the road. I believe we're done in Kelodim, so we will set our map at Dwelon. And we will, while we're doing this, I'm going to go ahead and take this out this time. No, please take it out. There we go. Here we come, riding into Dwelon. And we'll set our milestone here. And this is a good place to stop for this episode, so thanks for tuning in. And we'll see you next time with more Lord of the Rings Online.